Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, Davis Wade Stadium, where they've got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So Mississippi State's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here comes the option. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Give to the big fullback. Nice move to pick up yardage. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. And the Bulldogs are on the move. They send the tight end in motion. The toss to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose. On that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Sutton. Makes the catch. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to 3rd down. 3rd down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on 3rd down, I still got that 4th down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. unleashes one deep. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. Finding an escape route. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Wide open downfield. There he goes. The 30. He's at the slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Off the play fake on first down. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here.
Yeah, I just feel watching this offense, they need a big play. They need their confidence to get going, get the mojo going, considering they really struggled their last time out. They just don't seem to have figured it out quite yet here in the first quarter.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
To the air, it's Sutton. He's going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. On the move, it's Watson. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got a man, it's Hatcher. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Bulldogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Leaves it with the back. Breaks the tackle. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. They'll move the wide receiver. A quick pass to the left. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. Quarterback gets enough. At the 20, he's got space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking to throw it, Sutton. Under fire. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
What a great play by one of their biggest playmakers in the D-line. I can say this personally. I got my first start in college at Jordan-Hare Stadium. It was brutal. I think about it, and I get PTSD to this day. When you get those types...
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating.
That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field, they got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Makes the quick grab. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They're looking for space to run behind the left tackle. He'll be guided out of bounds at the 17, and a productive play there. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. DB's right up on the receivers. Takes the handoff. It's Vaughn. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
And, man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks. Add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he...
Looking deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll return it from the 50. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make them miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Running the read option to the left. First down and more. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. The inside handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Sutton. Got him downfield.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Stone. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
He'll keep it himself. That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Firing to the right, complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And guys, they've come through on the first 2 3rd down tries. This one might be a little tougher. From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes the grab. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown. Here comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Taylor wants to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Thompson. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback on the keeper. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Quick handoff. Finding open areas. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
Sets up the screen. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. This is not leather helmet era football. This is analytics. Around midfield, 4-down territory. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a man. It's Sutton. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pressure coming. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He's got it. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. The give to the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job of the base defense making a play.
You know, as an offense, oftentimes you try the reverse play because you're trying to take advantage of a defense over pursuing and by a lot of defensive team speed. Didn't work right there. Great discipline by this defense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Looking for more room. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Lions. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They'll immediately call timeout. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, it's Sutton. Rushes on him. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally scored. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Gonna run it. It's Henderson. Got the first down and more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. He'll pull it on the read. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. He'll take the deep shot. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Power football with the run. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner goes down. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. He's going to take off. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and medium? Everything in the is open to me.
They'll try the run. Looks as if Auburn will have enough for the first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
With jet sweep pass. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
QB draw. There he goes. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defense.
Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. Touchdown, Auburn! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Tennessee is delivering an offensive masterpiece so far. It feels like they've been singing Rocky Top all day. They're up by 36 over Missouri. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking for a deep man. Hauls in the deep ball. Running free. Touchdown, Mississippi State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And you're seeing the aggressiveness by the offensive coordinator on the first play of the second half. They take a shot and score a touchdown. You know they talked about this all halftime. They were just waiting for this opportunity. They knew coming out they were going to get the look they got defensively and take advantage of it, and it comes up big with a touchdown.
And the extra point is good. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. From the shotgun, the inside give. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. With the catch, it's Kane. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. The short hands, it's Simmons. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'll run the option. Quick toss. Running it inside the 30 and finally out of bounds at the 27.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
He'll do it himself. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Leaves it with the back. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'll try to start this final period by putting a 3 spot on the board. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. The official says no good. Well, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Gets it out quickly. At the 35, he's got room. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Catch in the middle. It's Rodgers. Stopped at the 47-yard line. A 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air, it's Sutton. Makes the grab, it's Stone. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bring in the heat. Lost one deep down the right side. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Turning it on! And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah. Get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Under fire. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back and going to get the quarterback.
Back to throw, it's Sutton. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great. And they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
They boot it away on 4th down. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Off-play action on 1st down. And as he throws, can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Now facing a 3rd and long. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Wants to throw, it's Sutton. Catch in the middle, it's Winston. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. 1st down from the 42. Looking to throw on 1st down. Scrambling away. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Really good job by this defense. 3rd down, understanding, taking away the pass first. But I got to react, man. When these QBs take off, I got to stick my foot in the ground. Stop playing pass. Come up and get him on the ground. Big 3rd down stop.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Gives it on the option. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And
breaks into the open. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really, really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in first downs. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice 3rd down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it 3rd and short. Find a way to get this offense in an upward trajectory, because so far this season, they've really struggled.
And this time, they're waiting for him, and he only gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Kane. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue, and then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That will put the wrap on things from here for David Pollack and